Alright, hello everyone. So today we have no audio simply because I've been messing around with my recording settings and once again I made another mistake and the audio codec just wasn't quite set to the right thing. So today there's no in-game audio, only a post-record narration, and all I'm doing in this part is just running through getting these two gift from the Lotus alerts, the new crossfire missions that came out, rewarding a pack of 25 rare 5 cores, which are fantastic. Those are level 5 rare gold cores. And thanks to these, I was actually able to level my Serration up to maximum, which is something I didn't think would happen for a very long time. I was pretty happy that they were doing this instead of another like reactor slash catalyst, because I don't know, the mods are so important. You can double something's capacity, but it doesn't mean much if your mods themselves aren't strong, if they're not taking up that much room. But yeah, so I'm just running them with people, not doing them solo. I was told the missions are very easy, and they looked very easy. It was very silly because in the end, for the first couple minutes of the mission, I didn't even know that like what crossfire was. So I noticed I could harm the Grineer. So that's what I was looking for. I was just shooting the Grineer, not the the Corpus, not the Grineer. But later on I realized that like the whole point was that we were here to kill both factions, which didn't make sense to me at first, but I figured like, oh, it's crossfire, okay, I get it. So I don't know. It's basically just exterminate. I don't see anything special. I don't see how this warrants like any excitement. It's just, oh look, it's exterminate or invasion. The same thing we've had a million times, except you're maybe getting a little bit of fire away from you because they're focusing on each other on occasion. A little bit. But yeah, so this one I think was the one that required Mastery rank 5 to use. Now one of them was open to the general public, the other requires Mastery rank 5, which I was a little happy for. I'm glad that they're finally starting to do stuff with Mastery rank. But at the same time, I do understand that new players should be able to get stuff, or especially players who like just didn't bother doing that Mastery grind. So I don't know. I'm a little conflicted. As long as it's something you can get later, you know, as long as it's something that you can get at a separate time, I don't mind it as much. Now, just here running around killing these things, hoping they get these cores. I don't know what the exact numbers are, but you need like 400 plus of these cores to level a legendary or rare mod up all the way. It's nuts. That's why it's actually should be a lot better of an option to just grind up the platinum from the void and then just buy the mods outright max rank. It should save a lot of time as far as my experience goes. So yeah, this part of the map is new. I was looking around enjoying the scenery because this entire section, you know, it's new missions. So they usually have a new map. This just wasn't even here before. So I was just running around enjoying it. You can see like what's happening is one of the ships is boarding another. So it has this little tube that goes from one to the next. And now actually a really nice piece of attention to detail is coming up. Because when you leave that ship and you go into the Grineer one, I mean, yeah, you're leaving the Grineer. Once you go into the Corpus one, you can see the wreckage. You can see the breaching point. But then I ran over, and, you know, they triggered something or whatever, and I went over the hack. And fantastic attention to detail here because, you know, you just saw me maybe 3 minutes ago hack the Grineer level. Well, now it's a Corpus security system because I'm on their ships, which I just found really cool. And then, yeah, because I had to hack the the doors that they locked because they messed up. I I fell behind, but it's fine though. It only took me a few minutes. But yeah, there they are. Beautiful. So I bop out of that, bop into the next one. 50 cores in one day. That's pretty damn good. A lot of people were saying that they nerfed them. A lot of people saying that like they were going to get harder to get, and very stupid people kind of got a little bit panicky and started trying to sell max rank mods at super ridiculous prices, saying like, "Oh, they're nerfed. You're never going to find any. They're impossible to get." And I told everyone, like, just, dude, everyone chill. They're actually still just as easy to get as they were before. Which isn't actually very easy, it's very tedious. But they're not any harder to get. In fact, arguably, they could be easier. Yeah, this is just like a lower level version of the same exact mission. So. But think about it, if you had the chance, you would do like 10 of these a day, if you could. We all know we would. So these are totally worth it. These are absolutely fantastic missions. And I laughed really hard at that point because I noticed that, you know, getting more rare fusion cores, especially in like a low level mission like that, they're just dropping all over the place. It's a bit of irony. Anyway, you guys can feel free to skip to the end, because I know this post-narration stuff can be a bit boring, especially when there's no actual in-game audio. At least I don't have to focus on actually aiming and shooting and dodging. But even then, I'm kind of lazy, and I don't pay attention a lot unless the mission actually calls for it. Once again, these people, they're just getting themselves locked out. Each and every time I have to hack them out, save their lives. I'd really expect them to just hack it themselves from the inside, but you know. And this confused me a bit because I never saw it before, but I figured there'd be something to hack, and of course there was. This guy ran up and started it before I could, and everyone's just like, yep, time to go. Once again, I'm just running around enjoying the new maps, just taking in some of the finer details. Another breach / boarding entry level, except now you're going from Corpus to Grineer instead of the other way around. All these enemies, if I remember right, they were like level 10 or 11 or something. It was just like, these would be easy for a starting player. At this point, we're all of us here, none of us were, you know, newer. A lot of people had great gear, just like me, so really just going through the motions, only caring about the cores, that was it. I noticed around this time that we were getting rewards of stacks of cores, but you can't actually stack them yourself. So when you're trying to trade them or trying to sell them off to people, it's actually not possible to do that. You have to make a bunch of trades 4 at a time, which sucks. I don't know what the real design choice behind that is, but I don't know. No one really seems to care. People still sell the cores when the opportunity's right. However, mathematically speaking, like, even if you buy all the cores at 1 platinum each, it's still not worth it. A lot of times, it's still not worth it because mathematically it just doesn't come out right. You can buy the regular mod, someone's already max strength from the market price, and walk away spending less money. Yeah, it's weird. This game desperately needs an auction house. Then prices will reflect what they're actually supposed to be near. Things will actually go to what rarity is, the in-game scarcity, actual value intrinsically to the items, not just what lazy and or stupid people decide to try and either price and or buy them at, resulting in stabilization of prices and much more convenient access for all players in general. It won't just go to whoever has the time out of their day to spam trade chat more for what they want, you know? It's going to be a good thing eventually when they do it. They said they were gonna with the relays, but didn't. But that's fine. It'll come eventually. Every single game in the world needs one. Or at least something akin to an auction house, like market stands. But even those are kind of lame. Alright, well, we'll see you for the next part. Very soon, finishing up some quests.